first, to that beacon of world culture, Los Angeles. With our antennae finely tuned to the fads, fashions and facts of life on the West Coast, we sent our man Martin Lewis to track down one of American television's most outrageous and vociferous characters. Just look at this fella.
Having your own chat show is one thing, Terry, but imagine hosting a TV show built entirely around your opinions on anything and everything. And if the guests disagree, throw them off. Sounds crazy? Meet Wally George.
Are you ready to get on the hot seat with Wally George? Hang on for the wildest, most controversial talk show on television.
We have a real nitwit. The only one who smells of indecency here is you.
I smell of decency.
I'm talking. Let me talk. It's my show. But I am not a very calm person, and you're out of here.
Arch-conservative Wally George forms his worldview from home, a small rented flat on a tropical-style estate in suburban LA, complete with lush astroturf. But from what place on earth could such a fierce defender of Reagan's America find a wife to share his Shangri-La?
I'm from Bishop Stortford.
Tell me, how did you meet Wally?
I came over here for a vacation and I loved it so much. I was here for 3 months and some friends of mine said, you should tune into Wally George, he's just outrageous. So I watched him. I thought, wow, I've never seen anything like this in England before, ever. I wrote to him in September, the very day that I left, and we started corresponding, and he invited me out for Christmas, and I came out, and that's when he asked me to marry him. And I said yes, and we got married on Valentine's Day. I felt like Princess Di that day.
Wally's Wedding, brought to you by Carpet Kingdom, where you pay like a pauper and feel like a king.
Having his wedding sponsored on TV is a natural for Wally. His whole life is sponsored. His TV show is financed by a local Ford dealer who shares his views.
Well, Wally, I think you're doing a great job. I've got your check for this month.
Oh, boy, thank you very much. I can pay the rent again here. Thanks so much.
Keep the good things going.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. $250,000. Right on the target. This is the American way. You get a sponsor, he gives you a check, and you live like a king. What Terry Wogan needs to do is to get together with me, and I can tell him how he can make 5 times the money he's making.
Really? Kidding? I mean, what sort of things?
Well, get sponsors, paying him gigantic salaries. I mean, Terry probably is living nowhere near the way he could be living if he let me teach him the American way of
Could
television.
he be living in the same sort of style that you live?
Oh, maybe even better.
What do you think about these sort of magazines here?
Well, I think it's a shame. I think they should have these things banned. It's terrible.
You have a very young audience in to come and see you, and they're very enthusiastic. But sometimes you sound off about porno magazines, and they seem to be disagreeing with you, Wally.
Some of them do. When I've had a female mud wrestler on, or a stripper, and I call her a bimbo, and I call her a disgrace, they will turn on me. Anything else they agree with me on.
You've been doing this for a while. Do you have any tips for Terry on interviewing technique?
Yes. Now, Terry, you've got to start yelling at your guests. Get someone on and say, you stupid idiot, you bloody jerk. You're bloody well out of here.
As Wally maneuvers his office mementos into the studio to decorate the set, his faithful fans gather outside.
I call Wally George the Moses of the United States. God bless America. Wally lives.
You've conquered TV. What's next?
If I ever left Hot Seat, you may even find me going into some kind of a ministerial thing. I've even thought about it, even tossed it around in my mind, forming a church and call it the Church of God and Country.
A sort of Wally ministry.
Oh, yeah.
What do your placards say?
Wally for President 92. Idiot. Bum.
This gives me my energy.
Right.
All of a sudden, you'll see Super Wally emerge. Terry, this is my secret. It's easy for every show. Terry, eat one of these Musketeers. I'll send you a whole box. You'll be a different person. You'll be like Wally.
I'm in favor of laws that protect people's lives and their property.
Burn the American flag! You're a fine person to talk about perverts. This guy doesn't look like he belongs in the human race. That cannot possibly be his real hair. Do you think so? You are for anarchy in America. I have news for you. This guy is stoned. I sure want to be careful with this, don't I? Marijuana cannot save you either, because you're out of here.
You're out of here signals that another guest has bitten the dust. blown clean out of the studio by the force of Wally's rhetorical skills.
A Wally George crusade. I can see it now. What's one of your big stadiums there?
Wembley Stadium.
Wally at Wembley. Can you see it now? Wally at Wembley. I could fill the place.
And with that prospect in mind, Terry, I'm out of here.
Wally George. Oh, thank you. This is a musketeer, but I don't feel like starting it.